welcome to Australians Abroad. So what do you love most about Nepal?
The people! Yeah, Nepalese people.
I love Nepal. Nepal is the top of the world, Mount Everest, the mountains.
The people, they are very friendly. I love the weather and the temples. They are very nice.
Is the many tourists from Nepal?
Pizza.
The traffic is not the best thing in Kathmandu.
Nature, culture,
The Buddha.
And also Hindu, so many religions.
G'day, I'm Kevin.
I'm Matilda, and welcome to Australians Abroad.
This is a show where we talk to Aussies living overseas.
Yeah, Kev and I are here to see what they get up to. So, let's go. Today we're in Nepal, a small but hugely diverse country sandwiched between the hot plains of India and the Himalayan peaks bordering Tibet and China. It is best known as the roof of the world, home to the legendary Mount Everest, the Himalaya, and 8 of the world's 10 highest mountains. Nepal is a land of contrasts, of yaks and yetis, monks and monasteries, the birthplace of Buddha, and the bustling streets of Kathmandu. Although one of the poorest countries in the region, Nepal is a rapidly modernising and developing country. With more than 80 ethnic groups and over 200 languages and dialects, its rich diversity is reflected in its kaleidoscope of food, religion and culture.
Our first Aussie today is Ben Pickard, a pilot from far north Queensland. Ben works with Air Kathmandu, a domestic airline. When he's not flying into remote mountain airstrips, Ben is based in Kathmandu, where I'll join him for lunch today. So what do we have here? It's quite the spread.
So, well, mostly it's the dal and the bhat, the lentil soup and the rice. And then you have the spinach with the curry, some veggies and some chicken.
Yeah, right. So
And momos to top it all off.
it's quite a feast.
Yeah.
How's the mutton?
It's good.
Delicious.
Oh, the chicken.
Good.
Local,
Very
yeah.
good. Local.
I'm licking my fingers.
yeah. Finger licking good. It's very
Yeah,
good.
just like the Colonel.
Yeah, just like the Colonel.
Yeah, if you're finished up, let's head back to mine. Have a
We could
quick
try
beer
one.
on the balcony.
We could try a Nepali beer, I think.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
think it would be rude not to.
Yeah.
So this is, the humble place. Got managed to get hot water here through the gas.
Yeah.
One of the problems in Kathmandu. Bathroom there.
The old good old fashioned.
Good old earthquake alarm.
Jeez.
Yeah. Come through, it's the dining room. We got the earthquake kit also.
So do you get many earthquakes around here?
Yeah, actually there's a couple, one a year usually. It's a pretty high risk area. It's got the infrastructure of Haiti and the fault line of Japan out in Kathmandu. So, but we've got the kit and the alarm that I showed you. So,
Ever gone off that alarm?
no, not yet. So I think they're only set for the big ones. Yeah, touch wood. Yeah. Anyway, jump upstairs. I'll give you a geese. Yeah, managed to get a barbecue all the way from Oz here. So makes Australia Day comfortable. Due for a cleaning. I got the job through a New Zealand friend when we were over there doing some flying. He put me in touch with it, and I'd worked in far north Queensland probably 5 years after I'd done my degree in flying, Bachelor of Aviation, and I was ready for a change. The flying in Nepal is one of the most challenging in the world, and we had some good World Food Program and Nepali food contracts, Food Corporation contracts. In the West, majority of our contracts are through the government, and so we fly a lot of rice and a lot of suppliers and passengers. It's one of the most remote parts of Nepal, and they're very food insecure because of that. So we supply most of that. The government hires us for an outside, and also the UN too. In the east, we do a bit more of the trekking tourist scene, and so we're flying trekkers up to Lukla and for their Mount Everest treks and expedition cargo, and beer and Red Bull and food again. It's a good mix. Good mix of flying.
Now you're flying Lukla.
Yeah, now I'm based out in the east, so out to Lukla every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day.
And that's going to Everest. That's
that's the second last airport in the Everest region, and the most frequented, one of the most busiest airports in this Southeast Asian sector. Almost 60 to 70 flights a day.
What do you see around when you go on? So you go out and you go into Lukla Valley?
Yeah, we go down into the Lukla Valley. So we climb up to about 12,500 feet, which I think about 4,000 metres height, and then we descend down to Lukla's base is 9,300 feet. The airport's situated at, but it's quite a high curve. How do I say? Not curve, an incline. So it's a good 6.9 degree incline on the runway, and which makes it it's very visually impressive to land because you land basically climbing in a climbing nose high attitude, and all you can see is the mountain range and the town. There's not many options, so once you're committed to land, you're committed to land. You can't go anywhere else.
So I've heard that Lukla is supposed to be the most dangerous airport in the world, and you fly it a couple times every day.
Yeah, they say it is. No, it's actually quite a nice airport. It does have its paved. It does have its restrictions with the cloud and the weather. Around 11, 12 o'clock, the wind does pick up, and you get a tailwind in the valley. Also, the cloud and the fog lifting up from the ground reduces the visibility. There were a couple of accidents a couple of years back, but now it's much more safer.
What makes them difficult, these airports?
The catch with Nepal is, I guess, with flying, is it's not just one thing, it's the combination of factors. So you are in one of the most highest mountain in Australia, I think, is Mount Kosciuszko at 8,500, 9,000 feet. So yeah, coming here and to have 23, 24,000, 29,000 feet peaks, it's and in the valleys, the terrain is very humbling. Even it makes you realise how small you are.
Even though you've been blessed and you've been safe for 2 years, have you had any tricky situations where you felt a bit?
Yeah, there's been a couple. There's the standard. We've done a lot of test flights to some airports. I was lucky enough to do for this aircraft. It's a New Zealand-made aircraft. We done the test flight for one of the second highest airport in the world, Samboshe. It's about 4 or 5 minutes from Lukla, Namche Bazaar. Flat tyres, bird strikes, hidden birds. There's beautiful vulture hawks that occupy the Himalayan region. Are actually quite feared by most pilots because they're huge. So you get some close calls there, dodging them.
Have you hit one of them before?
Yeah, I've hit 2 before. Both of them I missed structural damage.
So you feel at home here, more or less, in it?
Yeah, I do. It's still miss home quite a bit, but yeah, no, it's there's worse places to stay, and yeah, it's a lovely country to stay in. So usually we get some pretty good views of the Himal, but today it's all clouded up.
What do we got here? We've got the local brew.
Yeah, local brew. So this is Everest beer. Basically, so Edmund Hillary in Tenzing, Norway, and here is Nima Gompu Sherpa, all advertised on.
Southern Cross there as well?
Yeah, Southern Cross.
That's all very nice.
They really, he was one of the main guys that built Lukla Airport back in the day, and obviously the first, him in Tenzing, Norway, to scale Everest.
Well, I think we've earned this one, so
definitely.
Thank you very much, Ben, for talking to us, and
been a pleasure.
Safe flights anytime, and hope to see you too.
Cheers.
Cheers to Nepal.
Here we are in the third largest city in Nepal, about 200 kilometres west of Kathmandu. Due to its proximity to the Annapurna mountain range in the Himalaya, Pokhara is a really popular base for trekkers, tourists and outdoor enthusiasts. There's so many things to do here. You can rent a boat like we are at the moment. There's a lot of paragliding, which with some fantastic views. Unfortunately, it's a little bit cloudy today. There's so many things to do if you love the outdoors here. I'm off to talk to our second Australians, Matt Gardner and Chantal Pereira from Victoria. Here, this amazing duo run a Royal Enfield touring business, Hearts and Tears. Royal Enfields, what's the charm?
Royal Enfields.
Why these, not other bikes?
Well, it's a long story. Here
we go, okay.
Originally they're a British sports bike actually. So
Really?
back in the day these vintage looking antique bikes were one of the fastest bikes in the world. So back in about 1949, post World War II,
Yeah.
the Indian Army actually ordered 800 of these British Enfields to India to help patrol the borders. So this is when India first got the taste of the Enfield.
Yeah.
And it became a love affair since then. They performed well. Became a symbol of national pride, these Enfields.
Yeah.
So about 1955, the production ceased in England,
Yeah.
and full production was in India
Oh wow.
from Madras Motors. So
Yeah. Okay.
when India owned the business,
Yeah.
they were very happy to keep this 1955 design Enfield.
Okay, yeah.
So for years and years, for 30 years, they hardly made any improvements or changes to the bike.
Wow.
So a bike bought, this is a 1995 bike. If you put this side by side to a 55 bike, it would be exactly the same.
Wow.
If not, probably a bit less in quality.
Okay,
'Cause
but I mean the design works then, right? If they haven't changed it, or?
It works.
Yeah.
Production globally declined because they didn't keep up with the Japanese market.
Okay.
But with the modern appeal for vintage bikes,
Yeah.
Enfield have seen a resurgence. So
Okay.
after the last 5 to 10 years, you now see Enfield outlets in Melbourne,
Yeah.
in the States, all through Europe.
Wow.
So production is now increasing. They're no more reliable than they were in 1955.
Okay.
No more, they're not fast than they were in 1955.
Yeah.
But they got that vintage look.
Okie doke. So, motorbike business in Nepal?
Pretty out there,
Man,
isn't it?
That's fantastic. How did you guys end up here?
Well, it really wasn't part of our
No, that's right.
game plan at the start, but
Yeah.
I guess we kind of just fell into it. I mean, we both came as volunteers originally. I'm an engineer and Chantal, she's a paramedic. So really quite different to motorbikes. But I guess once we arrived, the appeal of these old bikes just took over, and I guess I was just doing more motorbiking than engineering in the end. So the idea for the business popped up, and here we are.
Yeah, fantastic.
So,
Yeah, and I mean, and Chantal, you're a paramedic.
I know,
Yeah.
so totally motorbike averse.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a motorbike business, but
Yeah.
you know, it makes the safety component quite good.
Nothing doesn't have to be used.
Yeah,
but,
that's
you
exactly
know.
right. That's
Many
right.
transferable skills.
Yeah.
I think definitely, for instance, us working in development work to begin with, and just having an opportunity to get to know the Nepali way of life, build relationships, those sorts of things, those skills are definitely transferable to running a business in the country.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really good. And where are you from in Australia?
I'm from Bendigo, so country Victoria, and
And I'm from Melbourne, pretty much, which is 2 hours from India.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's good. And you guys met here or in Australia or came over together? Or?
well, you think living only 2 hours apart on the other side of the world, we would have met back there. But funnily enough, we actually met in Kathmandu.
Really?
Yeah, yep. So, meant to be, I guess.
Yeah, small world.
Yeah, totally.
What's the day-to-day, I mean, you know, what
Starts
do you do?
starts
every
with coffee, 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
Then I trim my moustache.
I did notice the tash. It's,
It's mainly for business productivity. So we've
That's what he tells
noticed,
himself anyway.
Yeah.
noticed a
That's
huge
right.
jump in, especially female clients, since I've grown the most.
So jump away from the business. Yeah.
And men alike.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's really working well.
okay, yeah. Absolutely. And so, I mean, what kind of tours and things do you do?
So the main focus of the business would be package tours.
Yeah.
So whether you come for 1 day or up to 10 days, We organised the route, the mechanic, tour guide, food, accommodation. We always try for a unique experience, so the accommodation we choose has to be something special, not just a simple, Hyatt or Marriott or something like this. There's not that many of them in Nepal anyway, but it's always got to have a bit of character to it, and we try to showcase the culture of Nepal. And
I think one of the best things about our tours, we really have the whole gamut of from beginners through to really experienced riders. So we specialise in instructing people. So take real beginners who have never been on the motorcycle before, through to then learning on the Enfield and going on a tour. We have a great time.
We like to think that anybody can come and ride a motorbike in Nepal. We're a couple of geeks really, so we just love motorbikes.
That's it. Yeah, and many breakdowns. Maintenance and everything. I mean, can you get everything in Nepal?
Many breakdowns this morning, or in general?
Okay.
No, these are a vintage bike, so they come with their many quirks. But the reason for hearts and tears is when they do work, of course, there's hearts, but more often than not, there is often problems. So that's where the tears come from.
Okay.
But it's all part of the parcel.
Yeah. So I know I am a motorbike virgin. How do these babies work?
Well, this is where I go back to the paperwork and leave you with Matt.
Yep, I'll try my best. So I wish I could say it's just simply turn the key in and press a button and away you go. But these are an old bike, so it's a bit more to it than that.
All right.
You game?
I guess. All right.
Okay, cool.
Crack. Yeah. Beautiful. We go for a ride. I gotta say, Matt, it's not a bad office you got here.
I guess I can't complain, huh?
Yeah, pretty good.
What do you say? Grab a beer?
Oh yeah, definitely beer o'clock. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Ah, damn it!
Our last Aussie is Julia Price from Canberra. Julia is a volunteer. She works in marketing with a micro-enterprise NGO based here in Kathmandu. Today, she's going to take me on a little tour of her neighbourhood. So what do we have here?
Okay, so our landlord here, he loves tigers and he's decorated our entire place with lots of tiger rugs. And so we've nicknamed the house Tiger House. You'll see why when we go inside. Here's an example.
Tiger number 1.
Yeah, you should count them.
And tiger number 2. Yeah.
So this is the living room, which is also our study. It's where we have guests stay. It's where we sit around and talk after a long day's work.
Yeah.
We put in the Tibetan flags just to make it feel a little bit more like Nepali home, and then we also have, a tribute to our actual home because we're 4 Australians here. Shall we come on through to the kitchen?
Yeah.
We have a collection of Australian treats to keep us going.
I saw this up here. You got industrial grade Weet Bix.
Yeah, that's right. Delicious and healthy. I got some mint slices.
Okay.
We got some Tim Tams, some Milo, the necessities.
Everything you need to live.
So this is a sari shop.
Okay.
So I have a wedding to go to, and it's traditional here to wear a pretty sari, and it's a fun excuse to go out into one of these shops and look at all these beautiful materials. And I'm gonna pick out some materials, and you can see how it works.
Okay, great, great. Well, I'll take my rightful place on
Thanks.
the chair.
Wonderful.
And you enjoy.
Can I see maybe these two?
This one? Yeah. And
this one, yeah.
This is also nice. I think this is looking so beautiful.
Is it good to wear to wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know how to try it. Can you show me how to try it?
beautiful, like a model. Yeah, beautiful model. Yeah, good. Wow, good.
Very long. I need to be taller.
You can do like this also. You can do like this also. Fashion show.
There you go. It's a sorry.
Oh, good.
Right, gorgeous.
Yeah, it is really nice. This is Kathmandu Square. It is one of the 3 royal sort of areas of old Kathmandu, of the old kingdom.
Yeah.
So it's, I think maybe it was made in 1300s, around there, and it's a beautiful old area.
Yeah.
It's, I think, friendly for everyone, including tourists and the locals. They all go.
And there's just people walking around everywhere.
Yeah. Enjoying life, the market stalls.
Yeah. So people still live around here as well.
They do, yeah. But I think we've got some tea. Do you want to try some milk tea?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, yeah. Is this what you expected from Nepal when you came here?
I guess I was really careful to not expect anything when I was coming here because of the very fact that you just don't know what to expect. You can do all the research you want, but until you actually land here, how could you predict it? And I didn't want to be disappointed or anything like that. So came here with an open mind, and I've been pleasantly surprised by everything that I found.
Tell us more about just your daily life here. So are you... what do you get up to?
Well, I live with 3 other Australians, and we're all here on a volunteer basis. So my days when I'm not working with my organisation is spent socialising with them, which is fantastic because they've become like a little family here, because we're so far from home that you just sort of make your family those who are around you. Everything's so crazy, and I love it. Yeah, crazy and colourful.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see in the next little while how the country develops. It's very much a developing place, and you can see it in Kathmandu, but you can see it also outside of the Kathmandu Valley. There are so many things that can be improved, and I can't wait to see what the changes will be in the future. This is called lapsi. It's a really sour fruit, but I'm not sure what this one is. I think we should try it.
Okay.
Do we try?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my
god.
Yeah, it's a bit sour. It's good.
Chun naam kya ho? Amala. Amala. It's called amala.
Vitamin C oil.
Oh.
Ah.
Gotta go.
Gotta go with the flow. I got us some Nepali tea for us to try.
Here we are at Kathmandu, Kathmandu's one and only jazz festival.
Did you ever expect something like this before you came to Nepal?
I didn't actually. Like, you think about what a developing country is, and you don't think that you're going to find such an awesome festival like this, where so many people can come together and just sit down on the ground and listen to awesome music. It just makes you miss home that little bit less. So I think tonight's going to be a really good night.
Well, that's about all we've got time for today. Thanks for watching Australians Abroad.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
Yep.
Cheers, Jodie.
Cheers, Kev.
Okay then.
Okay.